Let's just go and have fun. And I'm glad I went. I feel like, I'll be honest, I wasn't very serious about the business before I went, but I really caught on to the vision and just how amazing this company was. I always loved the products, obviously, but just really seeing what they're all about. I loved how they're blessing other communities, like the food bank thing. Like, if you're blessed, be a blessing, and just catching on to that and seeing how kind everyone is to everyone. Like, it's a family, it's not coworkers, it's a family.
I love that so much. So good. All right. Candy, you want to share for a second? Candy got to come for 2 days and then went home and threw a wedding. So no big deal. No excuses there. That's what I like.
Right. So this is why I look like this today. I'm exhausted. But it was great. I enjoyed spending some time with everyone and um, just catching the vision for sure. And watching you just be amazing. That was good. We have a great leader, and I just can't stress that enough. And we were talking this morning with one of my level ones, and she was like, "I'm sorry, I'm being um, so just asking so many questions." And I said, it's okay, because they love us and they want us to succeed. So that was great to see, just everybody being a family and seeing the this our leaders, our president and our founder and all that just walking amongst us. And it's great to see.
I love that so much. I love that. I was so glad that you got to come. All right, Nicole, we had a lot of first timers.
Okay, it took me a second. Sorry. I actually have to kind of say the same thing that Candy was just saying, that even just seeing, like, I don't know, like, you're not going to walk through Walmart and see the founder just standing there being like, this is amazing and we're changing lives and we're doing this, that, that. There's not very many companies where these people would take the time out of their life to celebrate with you and thank you for working so hard for, like, they don't even call it like their business, like it's their baby. And just seeing, like, I will say, I came home, well, let me back up. I went to Dallas one person and I came home a different person. I went to Dallas being someone who I felt like I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this business fine. And I was like, I'm doing this business. It shifted something in me to take things super serious and realizing the potential, not just about my life that I can change, but the people around me that I can change. And I sent three like really bold messages, voice messages this morning to three people who I was like, look, I got to meet with the founder of Plexus, and him looking me in my eyes and telling me, like, there is no better time to build this business. It is now. The world is finally taking gut health seriously. Come to the top of the company with me. Was it scary? Not as scary as I thought it was going to be, honestly. But a week ago, I probably would have been like, let me bite my entire fingernail off before I send this like voice message. So something in me shifted, the community, the people, the founders, like all the things. Amazing, phenomenal. Do not miss.
I I love it so much. Thank you, Nicole. So good. And I know there's lots of you there and a lot of you who were first timers still. You feel free to put in the comments what your top takeaways, because people will read as we're going through. But I will say for me, and I am not one of those people that are like best convention ever, every single one. I am that way about a lot of things, but I'm not always that way about convention. Just depending on the group we take, the speakers we have. Like, there's a lot of things that go into making a convention special. This convention literally was my favorite convention ever. And I see Lisa nodding her head. I would say once in a decade type of convention. It was very special. The energy was different. The speakers were next level. If you've been to a few conventions and you feel the same way, be like, I agree, put something in the comments. If you've been to a convention you disagree, that's okay too. It's good for people to see that too. So say if you agree or not. But for me, that was definitely a top convention, just from the experience that I saw talking to people and how they felt changed. And one thing I realized is if you go with expectation of wanting to be changed, if you go with expectation of wanting to network and build community, you're going to find that. If you go looking for negative things, if your focus is on what you're lacking and what you didn't get and all those things, you're always going to find that. So I also realized too that expectation is so important. It is so important. And what I love is I felt like through heart and through love, that was continuously the message. Own your own business. Own your own stuff. Take responsibility for yourself. Take responsibility for your business and really dive into that with no shame, with I was just saying no shame in your game, right? With fire that you literally are sitting on $1 billion company that's debt free. You're sitting on a gold mine. And if you talk to people from that perspective, things are going to shift. They just are. So when you're sending your messages, you're not sending it with, oh, hi, like, do you want to try my paint drink? Right? You're going to be like Ashley, you're going to be like, what up? You need to come to my event because I'm hosting it, I'm doing it, and I'm throwing down. Like literally Alicia was like practically vibrating at the airport. Like she's like, when can I work? Like when's an appropriate time to start working again? I was like, you can just go for it, girl. Because when you feel that energy, it's then's the time, right? You want to be working when you feel that energy. And so what I walked away from was a heart change of for me a reignited passion. So my passion has always been Plexus products. I really love the products. Then my passion shifted to the business. So like I'm passionate about both, but I was more passionate about the business because of what it did for me, right? With my 4 kids, being a single mom. And now I feel like my passion is, it's like this is literally the perfect time to build as strong and as wide of a business as you can. So I'm going to talk straight up business this morning. I'm going to be very firm in my tone and my delivery. So know that I love you, but know that you're not going to get anywhere if you keep doing the same things that you've been doing. I'm going to say again, you're not going to get anywhere if you've been doing the same things that you've been doing. So for some of us, that's going to be looking like I've got to work more. And I think that in this industry, we really shy away from saying that because we want it to be like, it's just time freedom, time freedom. But time freedom comes on the other end of hard work. Time freedom and retirement comes on the other end of hard work. It doesn't start there. I wasn't sharing about time freedom as a gold ambassador necessarily, right? But maybe I'm sharing it from a different perspective. I can work from anywhere. But this is still work, right? You still have to put the time in. You still have to be willing to message people. You still have to be willing to get out there and do it. I didn't take weekends off because most people take weekends off. That's when I worked a lot because I was like, they're home, right? So you may have to work more. You may have to do more messaging than you've been doing. But look at what you're doing. Look at what actually moves your needle forward and do more of those things. Do more of those things. The faster and more you can do, the faster your business will grow. So last night, and I'll do this on like a little bit of a milder scale, but basically what I suggest is to take what you learned from convention. So let's just start with social media. I want you to pick 2 things that you're going to non-negotiable post about every day. In your stories, in your feed, whatever you want to do, but 2 non-negotiable. It's Danielle's going to mix her paint drink every single day on stories, and she's going to tell you a little bit about it. And maybe she'll talk a little bit about life. Maybe she'll talk about the supplements. Maybe even better yet, she'll talk about how you too can earn $300. Do you know that everybody wants to know how to monetize their social media? Do y'all know that? Like really know that? Like everybody is wondering, how can I monetize my social media? People want to make money. That is a great way of talking to people. You're shaking your paint drink on your stories. You're non-negotiable every day, 7 days a week, before the church service starts, before the kids' football game starts, before your day starts, however early you need to get up and do it every single day. And here's a tip. You can batch. You can make 2 videos in one day. No one's going to know. It's okay. And you can save that video for another day. But you're going to, if you're serious about this, I want you to drop a 1 in the comments if you're serious about building your business to the next level. Because I'm assuming you're on here because you want to do that. You're going to post every single day. Top of mind means people will purchase from you. I don't know about you guys, but when you're on Instagram and you see the posts and you see the sponsored ads and it pops up. I love that Rachel Gallagher said she bought a neck floaty thing for babies. She doesn't even have a pool. I was cracking up. I was talking to her afterwards. I was like, you are literally like the best person I know. I love it so much. But it's because eventually you have so many exposures to something. You're like, okay, fine, I'll try it. A neck floaty for her baby, for a pool that she does not have. Okay. Like, people are obsessed with gut health and they want something, and they're more intrigued also by how can I monetize my social media? Keep it at the forefront of their mind. And listen to me. The ego in our heads are going to be like, oh, I can't post when no one's watching, or no one cares, or I'm 7 days in and no one. That's not how this works. I literally want you to be like, this is for me. This is to build my self-confidence. This is for me to practice. I literally don't care if I get a customer for 30 days or not. I'm going to do it, because then what's going to happen is in 30 days, you're going to get better, you're going to get stronger, and you're going to start getting customers. You just are. That's how it works. So do it. A non-negotiable. Come up with what you're going to post every single day. It will help you. It will also bring continuity to your business in the sense of it will brand you, right? Like, everybody knows, if you follow Jill Renfro, you know she loves those big styrofoam cups. And she's like, every time I try to get away from it, like put it in a Stanley or something, like people are like, it changes things. So it's like, this is what she does. She mixes her paint drink every single day on camera. It creates a habit. It creates a habit. And it doesn't matter what you do with that, but it's like you're doing something with it, right? So you're creating content. So you're going to do that. The next thing you're going to do is I want you to drop the name of 2 people in the comments that you're going to pursue. And by pursue, I mean, would you get in your car and drive to their house and drop off a sample of Active with a little card saying, yo, you would seriously be amazing at what I do. I would love for you to join my team. If y'all haven't done something like that, you don't want diamond. That's all I'm going to say. You've got to be willing to get out of your comfort zone and talk to people like, hey, I really believe that you can do this. Because what happens is I was messaged for 18 months. I really want you on my team. I really want you on my team. And I was like, okay, that's exciting. I love that you want me. You want me on your team. You think I'm special. But it wasn't until she came over to my house and ended up, like, she actually bought a cow for me. It's a long story, but what I'm saying is when she came over and brought me samples and really was pursuing me in person, I was like, okay, she really, like, she's just not messaging me. And if they live far away, send them a letter, a handwritten, yes, in the mail letter. And do not pick somebody who you're going to have to do a lot of work with. I want you to pick somebody who has high influence already. I want you to pick somebody that is already feeling like, wow, this person could really do something big. Okay. I want you to really focus on that. I love that you have 4 people. Go, Alicia. I want you to, if they're far away, write a letter. I want you to do, but get serious about this. Can I tell you that I never would have joined Plexus ever had she not shown up to my house? Like, I just wouldn't have. I would have just probably been like, I don't, like, you're just messaging me. You don't really think I can, like, I don't know what you think, you know? So I want you to consider these for your consideration for getting out of your comfort zone. Someone who's nervous about this, I want you to raise your hand. Who's nervous about this part? Candy, is your hand up? It is. Okay, Candy, unmute for a second. Because I think this is really good, because a lot of people are going to lie and they're going to be like, oh, I feel great about it. I feel totally comfortable. And then they're never going to do it, because I know. How do I know? Because I know people. So tell me what makes you nervous about that.
Being told no.
Okay. And so when you picture no, what do you picture?
I just picture them thinking I'm crazy, and I've got to get out of that. I'm a people pleaser, and I want everybody to like me, and I don't want them to think I'm crazy. So that's
Does
just
anyone
that.
relate to what Candy's saying? You don't want people to think you're crazy. Unmute if you feel the same way and say me too.
Me too.
Me too. Definitely, me
Me
too.
too.
Me too, sis.
Me too. Me too.
See? Do I know people or do I know people? Come on.
I was
Candy,
getting
you're not
worried.
alone.
Nobody was thinking the same way as me. So thank y'all.
Oh, we are.
And this-
Candy, we are.
And this exactly. And this is why we have to remember we're not alone. I love Ed Mallett says the adversary, the enemy wants us to think that we're alone, that your thoughts are only your thoughts, and that your fears are only your fears, and your doubts are only your doubts. But the truth is, and this is the truth, is that it does take unrealistic thoughts to become very successful. It does take the thought of, what if she says yes, Candy? It takes that thought. That's unrealistic. Coach would tell you it's unrealistic. Your kids would tell you it's unrealistic. You're crazy. It's all unrealistic. And hi, baby. Everybody would tell you. Dolly would tell you it's unrealistic. She came in here to say that's an unrealistic thought, Candy. Okay. Everybody around you, okay, is probably going to be like, this is unrealistic. You are crazy. And Ed Mylett said, realistic people work for unrealistic people. Everybody feels like this is unrealistic. But if you're passionate and you're excited and you're like, I don't care what anybody thinks, I'm just going to go for it. Like, call me crazy. Okay, I'm crazy. I'm crazy for having a dream. I mean, go watch Tangled, where they're in the little bar and she's like, I just have a dream to see the lights light up or whatever. It's the cutest little song. And it's like, everybody's got a dream. And you can soften hearts with that exact thing. I have a dream. I want to retire and be able to help with my grandkids. I'm a single mom and I want to be able to buy my kids an ice cream when they ask. I want my kids to see me when I say I'm going to do something, that I do it. Whatever that dream is. I want to cash flow a pool in my backyard. I want to pay off my debt. I want to live mortgage free so that we can travel. Some of us is like, I just don't want to be left behind, right? Whatever that dream is, whatever that goal and that focus is hone in on that and know that it's okay if you go over there and you're like, I know this seems crazy. That's what makes this special. That's exactly what I would say. I know this looks crazy, but I want you to know that's what makes you special. Because I'm willing to come over here looking crazy and give you this note and give you this stick of active and tell you that I really see something in you. I really believe you could do this. I want you to flip the roll, Candy, and I want you to picture that Dina has drove to Sweetwater, Alabama, and has brought you a handwritten note and some sticks of active. Let me ask you truthfully, are you kicking her out of your house?
Absolutely not.
What are you telling her to kick rocks and beat it?
No.
Are you going to potentially, I don't know, what else could you do? What are some of the things? Are you going to be like, heck no, because I'm not going to cuss because Candy never would. Heck no, Dina, Sullivan, get out of here. Like, are you going to be like that?
No,
What would you say
no.
to her? Even truthfully, even if you're not interested, what are you going to say to her?
I'm going to say, I'll think about it. Let me try the products. I'll think about it.
That's your meanest answer you got?
I'm not going to tell her no, like
You're not
straight
going to
out
punch her,
no.
you're not going to punch her and knock her teeth out or
No.
all right. Okay. So does anybody have an answer if this was to happen to you? Okay. And let's just, I don't know. How do you even pretend it's not Plexus? Because that it's like, you know, you love it. So it's like, it's easier to say that. Someone said, ask Danielle. Oh my gosh. Okay. Nicole. Yes. Nicole said I'd be extremely flattered. Yes. Who here would be flattered? I can tell you, Danielle would be flattered. I know she would. She'd be in her hot little white jean jumper thing, and she'd be like, well, thank you for thinking about, thank you for seeing me. Thank you for seeing me. Does anybody have any other, if it was the flip reversed? And I'm going to share this story because I want you to think, if you're like, no, I would literally probably like lock the door and pretend like it's, you know, I would not let them in. Okay. I want to talk to you if you think that. But I remember Lisa and I had chatted with this girl named Connie Shute. We didn't know her at all. And I said, hey, I'm going to drive by samples to you because just talking to her, I knew. I think I was Emerald at the time. I knew. I was like, Connie could go all the way with it. Like, I knew. I was like, this is it. This is it. Connie Shoots it. We're going. And I brought her samples. And when I tell you, she had just left her driveway. She saw me. She stopped, got out of her car, left her child in the car. Okay. And ran after me to get her products. Go ahead and unmute, Connie, because it's the truth and you know it. Flagging me down.
In the middle of the road.
Leaves her car in the middle of the road, gets out, and is flagging me down.
I didn't want to miss her. Hey, it's me. Because she drove the big Suburban with the Plexus stickers all over. And I'm like, that's her. That's the one.
That's the one. There she is.
It was hilarious. It was the best. But I
And-
was so excited. I was flattered. I was flattered and I had already signed up. I didn't think she was crazy. Y'all, it made me feel special. It did. It made me feel so special. I was like, oh my gosh, I love them. And I don't even know her, but I love her. Like it does. It made me feel special.
And can I say that it is special? It is special because we're not doing that for everybody. I'm not saying go do this for every single person. I'm saying do this for the people you believe in. Do this for the people that you're like, I want to genuinely work with you and you'd be amazing at this. Like, go and do something extraordinary for somebody who feels ordinary. I just came up with that. Wow. Wow. Go do something extraordinary for somebody who feels ordinary. Like, make them feel special as they are. I'm not asking you to make anything up. I never would have drove that over to Connie's house. I thought of it because I was like, she's special and I want her to know she's special. What is something I can do? Get creative with that. Get creative with that. So it's like, if you would feel special, if someone did that for you, then why aren't you doing that for the people who are in your organization? And here's what I'm going to hear, because I already know, because when I ask people to do this, this is what I hear. They're on vacation. They're out of town. I don't think they're home today. I don't think they're this. I don't know their schedule. I don't care. This is me not caring. I don't know how else to show you on my face. It's like, don't care. Go put it in their mailbox. because it's not just about them seeing it. It's also about you doing it for you. You taking that step and saying, I'm taking this so serious. Like, I'm taking this to the next level. And if you're anything like me, this would be me. I'd be driving over there like, please don't let her be home. Please don't let her be home. So all these people that are like, she won't be home. I'm like, perfect. Go put her in her mailbox. It'll feel so much easier the first time you're doing it. But it's about doing it, right? Sometimes a phone call makes someone feel special as opposed to just messaging. I have a brother like that. All he wants to do is FaceTime. I'm like, Lord Jesus, can we not FaceTime? Like, can you just call me on the telephone or text me? But that's just what he likes. So like, I will FaceTime him sometimes. So do whatever it takes to make somebody feel special. If you see something in them, please do not message them, invite them to the skincare group, and that's the only contact you have, right? Like, go and do something extraordinary. And by extraordinary, here's a couple ideas. You can drive to their house and drop samples off and a card, a handwritten card. You can invite them to coffee. I have done this where I will send a Starbucks. You can go on Starbucks and get like a code or whatever. Like, you can create like a $10 gift card and click the scanner picture, and I'll just be like, I think you're amazing. I want to buy you a coffee. People are worth being pursued. People are worth being pursued. Do you hear me? People are worth being pursued. And this part takes investment. It does. Like, my upline literally bought a quarter of a cow from me just to be in connection with me. Right? Like, sometimes but it showed me that, wow, like, she's really wants me on her team. Like, I don't even know what that all means, but I literally was so flattered, so that when I started, I was practically all in right from the beginning. And so was Lisa, right? Because it was like, that had a byproduct. It was like, okay, she thinks we can do this. Like, let's go. And so I want you to picture in your head, it's like, how would I want to be pursued? Am I doing that for somebody else? Right? So it's taking off our selfish looking thing of like, oh, I really want this person. Well, am I doing something to earn this person? Am I getting out of my comfort zone? Am I making them feel special? So I would say, get your 2 things for social media that are non-negotiable 7 days a week. Find you an accountability partner and be like, if I'm not doing this, you call me out. And then the second thing is, I want you to pick 2 people this week. Do not procrastinate. I would say today, but I understand people work. I understand people have lives. I understand all the things. But I would suggest you doing something today, and then set up an event for you or someone on your team and get into action immediately. The faster you do it, the quicker you're going to get results. God bless America. God bless you, and go team go. Au revoir. Cacao.